This is a review of Hark, Vagrant by Kate Beaton. This is a collection of hilarious cartoons based on literature and history and Canadian culture. Internet helps me do my research. Kate Beaton is 28 and she has been uploading her comics to the internet since 2007. She has a degree in history and anthropology and she has worked in a museum and now she's doing comics. She has a website called Hark, a Vagrant where she posts all of her comics. You might have seen some of them floating around on other parts of the internet, which is kind of how I found out about her. It's been a while since I read this, so I'm just gonna go through it and see which ones I liked. Anything to do with Jane Austen or the Brontës sisters was just hilarious. Probably because I know a lot about it. That's kind of the thing with this book, you can't just go into it without knowing anything and read it and think that everything's hilarious. To truly understand most of the comics, you'll need a little bit of extra knowledge. Some of the comics have a couple of lines of text underneath it that kind of explain the situation. Sometimes you might need to do some research. And I'll admit that I probably didn't fully understand about 30% of the comics. But it's a great incentive to kind of read some of the books she references or like check up on some historical facts and then read this one again and see how much you get this time. It started out with the Brontës sisters and then there was Sherlock Holmes. There were some American references, things like Nancy Drew, which I'm not very familiar with even though I kind of know what it is. There's some superheroes and some fairy tales. I loved all of the French Revolution and Middle Ages comics. Now that I'm going through it, I kind of want to reread it. She also does this thing where she takes really old, kind of weird book covers and then she turns that into a comic. Here we have some Jane Eyre. I really like the drawing style. I'm kind of impressed by how simple the faces are, but how good they are at expressing like this whole range of emotions. And the way she does the dresses and the historical outfits is amazing. So yes, I can definitely recommend Hark, a Vagrant. If you kind of want to take a look at the drawing style in the comics, I'll post links to some of my favorite ones in the description. In the comments you can let me know if you'd ever heard of Hark, a Vagrant before, and if you hadn't, check out the comics and tell me what you think. I will see you guys later. Doei!
Hell me cool.